Good Thursday morning, everybody. Chris Allen with your weather podcast for this November 13th. It's cloudy, it's cold, and looking at Doppler Max HD, there's even a few snow flurries showing up on radar along I-40 back toward Jackson, Tennessee. Looks like it's maybe headed for the land between the lakes, maybe even the Kentucky border. Would not be surprised to see a few snow flurries flying around this morning. Don't think it's going to impact travel or accumulation or anything like that. But it's worth noting here that here we are at the 13th of November, and we're starting to talk about snow chances, and maybe even a little better chance of snow as we get into the end of the weekend and the beginning of next week. More on that in just a moment. As we look back at the numbers, 39. That was our official high temperature in Bowling Green yesterday at the Bowling Green Airport, and that happened just before 3 p.m. Now, to note here, 39 degrees, our high temperature yesterday, is the average low temperature for this time of the year. Let me repeat. The high temperature yesterday in Bowling Green is the same as the average low temperature for this time of the year. Bruh. Makes me shiver just to think about it. So 39 was our official high. 61 is where we're supposed to be on average for this point in November. Folks, that's a 22-degree difference. 33 was our low temperature, 39 the average, as I mentioned. That's a 6-degree difference. 1 year ago, we had a high of 56 and a low of 28 back in 2013. And no precipitation for the past 24 hours. But as I mentioned this morning, there's a little active low-level jet that is stirring up a little bit of light precipitation along Interstate 40 in West Tennessee. Some of that is moving northeast toward the Kentucky border. So as you drive into work this morning or you're going to school, I don't think it's going to be a big deal, but you may see a passing snow flurry. It is a possibility. And then we're hoping, knock on wood, by the way, that was my head, not the desk, we may see a little bit of sunshine as we get into the afternoon. A high today, though, of only 38 degrees, about where we were yesterday, and a northwest wind at 10 to make it feel even chillier. Tonight should be mainly clear and cold, with a low of 22. We do expect the skies to clear. Now, we expected them to clear yesterday and last night, and they didn't. So this is the time of the year when forecasting gets real tricky, and I'll be the first to say, sometimes it's got me scratching my noodle trying to figure out what it's going to do. Even the most scientific of meteorologists try to, wow, okay. The Weather Service, okay. Stubborn low-level moisture and low-level jets and stuff kicking in when you don't expect it, and it just totally messes up your forecast. This is the year, if the forecast is going to go bust, it'll do it, for sure. Just to spite you. Friday, we'll see a mostly sunny day but cold, a high of 37. And with the clear sky we're expecting Friday night, we're looking now at a low of 19 degrees by early Saturday morning. And as we get on into the weekend, that's when things become interesting. In fact, if you'd like to see this graphically, I have my blog post just posted a few minutes ago. Just go to my blog site, which is chrisallenchallenge.wordpress.com. I know it's a long name, but if you'd like to just link to it, just go to my Facebook or Twitter feeds, and you'll see a link to the blog post. That way it's an easier way to get to it. But you'll see graphically what we're looking at, the setup or the scenario for the upcoming weekend. And this could change. This is not by any means in concrete. It's not gospel. It's guidance, which means it's a suggestion. It's a template of maybe what could happen, okay? So here's the setup. Saturday, we'll have an upper-level system moving in. During the day, a high of 43. It will be a little bit warmer. But by evening, we'll start to see some light rain moving in from our northwest. Now, by Saturday evening, temperatures will fall below freezing or around freezing, and we expect that light rain to change over or mix with some light, wet snow, but we're not anticipating any accumulation there. Any accumulation would be further north along the Ohio River. But the second part of this scenario is Sunday, we're going to have some southern stream moisture moving in from out of the Gulf of Mexico with an area of low pressure that's going to track along the Great Smoky Mountains. And because it's going to be, at least at this juncture, it looks like it's going to be positioned right about there, say Gatlinburg and through that area, we'll be far enough west to where that low will draw in some colder air as the moisture pulls away. So we're calling for a change back to rain during the day on Sunday with a high of 42, but Sunday night into early Monday morning as that colder air is drawn in on the backside of that low pressure system, well, we could see a changeover, and it looks pretty likely we could see snow for Sunday night into Monday morning. Good chance of it, which could produce some minor accumulation. But again, it all depends on the track of that low pressure system and the temperatures at the time. I think the temperatures will be pretty much right where they need to be. A high of only 36 on Monday with snow showers, so we could be looking at travel impacts on Monday morning. And then we'll see clearing on Tuesday, Wednesday, 34 Tuesday, 40 on Wednesday. But with the colder air, then it looks like whatever falls early Monday could stick around for a while. But again, that forecast could change, so keep it here. We'll keep you up to date on the changes. In the meantime, thank you for listening. God bless, and know the weather before it knows you. I'll see you live at 5:30 on AM Kentucky and streaming live to the WBKO app and to WBKO.com.